Just push down with your hand now. There you go.
There you go.
How you liking the primitive shovel?
It's working a lot better than the whatever that was.
The digging
The
stick.
digging stick. This is getting all the little rocks out.
Yep.
That was really useful for digging out the big rocks
Yep.
and like digging depth. But I'm finding that this is helping with all the littler rocks that I couldn't scoop out with that one. Oh, here's a big guy.
But as you seen, look how much water you have. It's got to settle.
Yeah.
But there is just basically a color of water, basically, when you started.
Yeah, there was none of this.
No.
No.
Life-saving skills.
Hello. So I'm out here again and I'm doing a wilderness survival 24-hour course. This lady here joined me, and what do you think anyway? What was it like for you?
So, tons of fun. Exciting. Got to learn a ton of things that just blew my mind. I knew that there was a lot of like basic survival things I wanted to learn. I just didn't realize how little I knew until
Yeah.
you started to explain things. I'm like, oh, that's why you do that, but you only do that with that kind of weather and with this kind of root system, or this is how you dig for water. This is how you light a fire, with different materials. So my head is so full. What an experience! Absolutely, what an experience. Yeah.
So she actually got cool last night. Decided not to have a fire because I just wanted to see what it's like without a fire, and then she got to actually light the fire and see what the difference was in that shelter. What was the difference?
Yeah, so like you said, we started off, had the shelter. You let me have a fire for a little bit to kind of see what it was like, and then
Yep.
we let it go out. And then middle of the night I got so cold. Had to get up and light a fire again and hunt for the right kind of firewood in the dark. If I didn't have my headlamp, there's no way. Even with my headlamp, I was getting turned around in the forest so quickly and hardly even stepping out of camp. So that was really eye-opening to just see like how quickly you can get turned around and lost, even when you're in your own yard, So hunting for the right kind of firewood and lighting that up in the middle of the night when you're frozen and you're kind of you're like, oh, I'd rather just stay in the sleeping bag. And then I love what you said too, is it's all psychology when you're out here, really.
Yeah.
And it all ties into mindset, which you wouldn't think that until you're really in it. But there was I was sitting there like freezing cold in my sleeping bag, and I was like, I'll just stay. And I had to go to the bathroom. I'm like, I'll just stay. But that was just making the whole situation worse, when really I could just get up, go to the bathroom quick, hunt for some firewood, and within minutes have a heat source.
Yeah, you was warm the whole rest of the night.
Yeah.
Now, with that raised bed, you didn't feel any conduction, you said.
Right.
And how was it for comfort?
I kind of joking about it this morning, but when I get up out of my own bed, I'm in pain. I'm limping out of bed sometimes. I've got to stretch for a little while, and I got right out of this bed. Like, it's more comfortable than my bed at home, which really surprised me. So now I'm rethinking the bed I have at home. And I'm like,
You'll be making a bush bed in your room.
exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
It was really comfortable
Yeah.
sleep, other than the cold,
It was a great time. I really enjoy this stuff as well. I get to meet new people. I get to share these skills that I love. Like I said, I teach these and I show you why I teach these, and you got to see how they work and why I teach these shelters.
Yeah.
There's 1,000 shelters, but I teach this one because it works. And like I said, if you was in a tent last night, you would have been in a bad situation. With that, you was able to heat yourself
Yeah.
and actually be comfortable the rest of the night.
Yeah.
So,
And I just want to say too, that's something I really appreciated about your teaching style, is that there's so many different teachers in all areas that they'll teach you what to do, but not why to do it. You know what I mean? So it doesn't lock in to your memory, and you don't fully understand why you're doing the actions that you're doing. But I really love that in all of your directions, you're explaining, like, this is what we're doing, but this is why we're doing it in this situation. But it might be different. Like, you had logical explanations that everything just made sense, and it's, I think, a lot easier to retain and lock in that information. So I really appreciate the way that you teach.
oh, cool. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. So, it's almost time. The course is pretty much over. Got to pack up and stuff, but another, wonderful time. You meet new people, like I said, and we shared, a great time together because, I'm not far away and such, but we got to talk a little bit and so on, but just sharing skills like this. And I'm kind of glad, she didn't get to the point. She was just chilly. So she got up and so she got to experience that. That makes me feel good that, if she was warm all night, she wouldn't get to experience and actually see what that shelter can do.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that happened. It's all good. And I want to thank you very much. I had a great time.
Thank you. Yeah.
Take care. Thanks for watching.
Right on.